Hey everyone, my name is Wedge. Now that the rest of Khans of Tarkir has been spoiled, we can begin our Best of the Rest series. In each video, we'll cover some of the more exciting cards in each color that weren't spoiled individually in the past 2 weeks. Since most of the high-profile cards have been spoiled already, we'll mainly be focusing on limited playability in these videos. As always, we start with the white cards. Let's get down to business! Obzan Falconer is 3 mana for a 2/3 human soldier with Outlast for 1 white. Each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has flying. This is a strong card, especially in limited. The Outlast trigger is cheap, and granting all your buff creatures flying is a big deal. This isn't like Vigilance or Haste, this is straight up evasion. Giving your whole team flying changes the entire course of a game. If you're thinking about going Obzan a pre-release, hopefully you get this as one or multiple of your uncommons, because this guy is straight up powerful. Alabaster Kieran is 4 mana for a 2/3 flying vigilance light ghost horse thing. Regardless of what it is, this is definitely playable in limited. It's no bomb, so you won't be first picking it, but if you're through half your pack while drafting and this is still around and you're playing white, this could be a great pickup. Flying creatures are always valuable, especially ones with decent toughness and an additional keyword. It's just a nice common to have in a mid-range deck. Brave the Sands is 2 mana for an enchantment. Creatures you control have vigilance. Each creature you control can block an additional creature. For a 2 mana enchantment, this does a lot. Usually see these 2 abilities on 2 separate auras that both cost the same as this one card. While this isn't an Obzan card, it's meant to be played in an Obzan strategy. It's good sideboard material against an aggressive Mardu strategy. Once you get your tokens stacked up, being able to block multiple creatures while also attacking is just so much value, you can't really ignore it. It's a decent uncommon for limited. Dazzling Ramparts is 5 mana for a 0/7 wall with Defender. You can pay 2 mana and tap it to tap target creature. This might be the most annoying card I've seen in this set so far. It's a 0/7, so good luck burning it down. It taps creatures, which immediately makes me want to pull my hair out, and it's a wall. I hate spending kill spells on walls. I hate it. Yes, it's 5 mana, but if someone has a super late game strategy and legitimately needs the stall power, they'll play this. It's a beautiful golden nightmare. Ugh, I can already imagine the headaches. Firehoof Cavalry is 1 mana for a 1/1 human beserker. You can pay 3 colorless and 1 red to give it +2/+0 and trample until end of turn. While the 1/1 for 1 isn't all that exciting, the ability definitely is. Sure, you can't activate it until turn 4, but when you do, this can trade up in a big way. Making your 1 mana creature into a 3/1 can do a lot for you offensively or defensively if you have the right deck. Not the best creature in the world, but for limited, it's an okay filler. High Sentinels of Arashin is 4 mana for a 3/4 flying bird soldier. It gets +1/+1 for each other creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it. You can also pay 3 colorless and 1 white to put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. This is a bomby card in limited. Not only is it a 3/4 flyer for 4, which is already strong, but it gets buffed by counters, which is stupidly easy to do if you're playing Obzan. Even past that, if you don't have creatures with counters, the Sentinel can just generate counters itself. The ability does cost 4 mana, but it doesn't require it to tap, which is a huge upside. This is amazing late game when you have extra mana to utilize. I actually really like this card. I'm surprised they didn't individually spoil it. Killshot is 3 mana for an instant. Destroy target attacking creature. While the flavor text of this card would suggest that this is a Mardu-aligned card, this works just as well for either Obzan or Jeskai. Removal in this limited format is valuable. A 3 mana instant kill spell works for me. Of course it won't see any play past limited, but when you're drafting, keep in mind that this is a useful card. Mardu Hateblade is 1 mana for a 1/1 human warrior. You can pay 1 black to give him Death Touch until end of turn. Immediately relevant. Just having the word Death Touch in its text box makes it relevant. It's no Typhoid Rats, but it still performs the same function. As long as you have 1 black mana untapped, you stop your opponent dead in their tracks if they don't have a kill spell to waste on this guy, or a combat trick to help their creature. You're either killing a creature, drawing out removal, or drawing out a trick. Whichever it is, you automatically win that trade. This is a 1 mana cost creature. Welcome to the world of Death Touch. It's ugly and unfair. Seeker of the Way is 2 mana for a 2/2 human warrior with prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it gets lifelink until end of turn. I really like this card. Becoming a 3/3 with lifelink off of 1 non-creature spell is impressive, especially for a 2 mana cost investment. Not only that, but you can keep casting non-creature spells, buffing the Seeker more and more. Lifelink can create huge swings in a game, and the fact that it's triggered on this guy so easily is not to be ignored. Love this card. Smite the Monstrous is 4 mana for an instant. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. This is a reprint from Innistrad, but it matters just as much here, if not more than it did there. By now you all know that the magic number for power and toughness is 4. Smite the Monstrous might as well be called Smite the Teamer. Just look at the art, it's killing a Teamer Loxodon. No wonder there's only 1 of those in the set. Pretty much spells out for you what this is used for. Play this in Limited. If you're against any clan, chances are you'll find a creature with 4 power. This is a stupidly relevant kill spell. Enjoy. Timely Hordemaid is 4 mana for a 3/2 human warrior with Raid. When it enters the battlefield, if you attack with a creature this turn, return target creature card with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. In Draft or Sealed, this is the perfect addition to an aggressive Mardu strategy. A lot of your creatures should be 2 or less mana, and chances are at least 1 or 2 of them will die every combat. Though Hordemaid gives extra value to those creatures while also being a decent attacker as a 3/2. If I played super aggro decks, I'd want to play it. And there you have it. Those are the rest of the white cards that I actually care about. It's clear that the Abzan get the majority of the love when it comes to this color. That does make sense considering white is their main color, but still. There's a bunch of annoying cards here. What do you all think about the rest of the white cards and cons? Let me know down below. It has a nice ring to it. Anyways, subscribe for the latest and most reliable cons of Tarkir spoiler information you could ever need. This is the Manosaurus, I'm Wedge. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time. Wow.